What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Chop Sports Daily, coming to you live from the Flipping Made Easy studio. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. There it was. So I knew I was like,
I said I'm not ready.
Well, I mean, listen, you got to be ready, man. You got to be ready at all times. So listen, we're coming to you live, broadcasting live from the Cabinet Creations Sports Desk. And of course, we thank Cabinet Creations for this beast. I mean, we're finding new ways. It's like, I know we talked about it yesterday, Gooch, about like putting stuff on it, but I don't want to. I don't know, man. I know we want to like decorate it to an extent.
It's gonna be done to the point where it looks classy and
like it's not McAfee. McAfee's desk has like stacks of paper.
I can't be a
like,
slob because then I'll work like shit in here. I won't feel right.
Want one of my little plants out of my office or something?
No, that's too little.
Wow. So Ken Paulman coming in first saying you're late. So we were definitely a minute late.
We were, but I'm waiting on this. I'm trying to get this Zion graphic.
Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Where does it go? After what?
We'll be talking about Zion later.
I know, but
after Trae. After Trae.
That's it.
All right. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning to the comments. Today, for the first time ever, later on, so don't do it right now, because if you do it right now, you're just going to get kicked off. Put the sign box up, add some color. Yes, that's actually, Gooch said that yesterday. He's like, yo, Payne gave us this thing. Why don't we use it? Blah, blah, blah. And we're going to use it whenever. But anyway, so today's for the first time ever. Later on, after we're done talking everything, there's a link within the description of this show right now on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're seeing it. Hopefully it's on YouTube. There's a link within it. There's a comment pinned to the top. That's how you're going to be able to join the show. So you're just going to click that. And once you do that, great. Next step is you're going to give it access to your camera and your mic, however you're calling from your phone. If you don't want to be seen on camera, you don't have to be seen. We'll just bring you up on audio, and you're going to be able to call. You're going to be able to call in the show and talk some shit. So viewer discretion is advised for the first go around, because again, we don't want you to call in here and start yelling obscenities or stuff. And we don't want guys like Scoop calling in every day. We know Scoop's already part of the network. So if you're watching us for the first time and you want to get involved and start talking about a certain topic at the end of the show, we'll do that.
Yeah. So I'm going to make the rule right now. Scoop, you have to be scheduled to be on as a guest, because we do want to keep the lines open. When I say the lines,
yeah. So
we have a ton of fucking
and now Dina's job just got a whole lot crazier, because she will be doing the screening of these calls, or not so much screening, but if somebody winds up in the studio, we could see them first. So if you're naked, you're not going to be brought on.
Yeah, and there's really no way,
unless it's unless it's nice. But other than that, you can't do it.
There's really no way that we could do this as a test run. We have to do it on the live show because we only go live. So
we did it yesterday as a test run.
Wish us luck.
Yeah, this is going to be great. So anyway,
should be fun.
Say what now?
I said go easy on me. People.
Yeah, please don't go nuts on Dina. But speaking of Dina, it is Sturge, it is Gooch, it is Dina behind the glass, and of course, Wrestling Rob is also in the building with a mic today. So therefore, there will be no discrepancies as to what the hell he's talking about or how many times I've literally translated yesterday. I'm like, he said something, and I was like,
you were like,
oh, so Rob said this.
Talk, and then he even stopped. I was like, I'm trying to interject because I know, like, all right, this is dead air.
Yeah.
So Rob is making a point. He's like, hold on, I'm not done yet. And I'm like, well. And that's what it sounded like to the listener.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here today.
We're good.
Yes. So Scoop coming in with the best line ever all of a sudden. Hey, guys, first time, long time. It will be. So there will be a first ever caller that we will remember for the rest of time. So it can't be Scoop, and we'll see who it is later on today.
I have a feeling I know who it's going to be.
Is it a certain officer from New York?
Yeah, that's it.
We'll see about that. He's in here too.
I think that there's a couple guys in here that are definitely going to be jockeying for the spot. I don't know if it's going to be who's first.
I agree, Bailey.
Or is there going to be some type of, favoritism being played on Dina's part, where she's going to get the pick out of 4 or 5 people that are lined up. This
is going to be Dina's call, really, now. And Bailey coming in saying, so dope, Dina needs a raise. Well, I agree. I think we all need raises here. So
if I flip Dina a quarter right now, she would be getting
a raise. My raise.
Right? So if I flipped her 25 cents, that would be more than she's made work.
All right. So anyway, first and foremost, if you want to support Chop Sports, you could do so by doing what Bailey did about a week ago. You could join our Patreon. This is basically, look, we put this stuff out for free. We right now we just don't charge for the show. We tell you it's a fun show. It's interactive. We promote it that way. We say that, like, what other shows can you just call in and shoot the shit with all the hosts? You can't do that. I mean, you could do that on all the radio shows. I get it, but you'd be sitting on hold for like 45 to an hour just to get on and get cut off. We're not necessarily going to cut off. We're here to debate you. That's what we do. We're chopping it up, right? Right.
Yeah, it's
We had to explain to Rob how to chop sports come to be today. That's how we
interactive
debate.
sports show. That's what we are. So come interact with us. And also baseball bingo.
Yeah.
Chris Payne came in. If I'm not first, go find a new subscriber.
I thought he was being nice. I read that wrong completely
Chris,
on the
you know
first
you're
time.
my
I
favorite.
thought he meant like, no, I don't want to be first. Give it to a new subscriber.
No. He's basically
What
saying,
he
I'm
meant to
never
say was
watching
like,
the show.
fuck the new subscribers, right? Or actually, if I don't get on first, I'm out.
Right.
I need another one. to
Hey,
replace
listen,
me.
he's got some.
You want-
He's justified. He's
You want
justified.
ratings, put
Fair.
Chris Payne on.
But-
the
Yes.
show.
So
baseball
also
bingo.
baseball
I wanna
bingo.
talk about this a little bit because I
Do you?
think
How
it's
much
like-
do you want
How
to?
much do you want to talk about?
Right. I
wouldn't
mean, I
either,
would
buddy.
just kind of. I don't know, man.
I mean, like the cat's gonna be out of the bag. Baseball season starts in a week. so
Understood, but wow,
Yeah.
wow, it does.
Oh.
Whoa.
maybe a little
Damn.
longer than a week. It's
2
about
weeks.
2 weeks but-
Because we're having the draft on WrestleMania Sunday, which I totally forgot about. Like I told you, Rob, that we're gonna have a WrestleMania viewing party here on that Sunday, and I'm like,
it's turning into a draft party into a
Draft
WrestleMania. What
into-
time does WrestleMania go down?
Will there be
7 o'clock?
drinks?
Draft's at 1.
and the draft's gonna last 6
Rob
hours.
won't
So
be here for the draft because he's working.
I
He's
am not
gonna
working. I
be-
took off for Sunday.
My man.
But it's WrestleMania. I will not
I mean,
be
it
working.
is a holiday. So wait. No. Ready for this? It's a holiday within the IWC.
Oh, yes. The
The
IWC.
internet wrestling community, according to Tommy D, which was a
Mark.
thing, and I didn't. Yeah, what a mark. Anyway, Nicholas Smith coming in saying, "Should I just wait? Should I what? Should I Should I buy a Final Four Xbox? $60. Your call, Dave.
It's
Should I pre?
a-
He says, should
Should
I
I
buy or
buy?
should I not buy? I would imagine that's what he's trying
a
to
Final
do there.
Four box.
Oh, a Final Four box.
yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We're
absolutely.
We're degenerates on this
Do
show.
it.
Of course, you gotta go.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
be.
have
You gotta
$60
be.
on a box.
Yeah, man. Do
That's
it, baby.
easy money right there.
I thought honestly, with the way that the way I read that so fast, I thought he said something about like Final Fantasy or
That's
something.
what I
like that.
really thought. So I'm
You
like,
saw
oh.
right?
I'm
Okay.
like, do you-
And Nick, I know Nick. He's a big video game guy. He was part of the. I don't know how to describe us. We were a great group of guys that used to play Call of Duty during the pandemic. I didn't know how to play. These guys are experts, and so I was the medic. Every time they got shot and went down, I would run over, inject them into
Dave's just
the.
hiding.
Yeah.
He's
I'm in the
injecting-
corner, like I suck. I'm gonna get killed, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, gas comes in. You can't just sit in the corner." I'm like, "Oh, great." So, fuck, that's just wow.
nice video games.
Oh, it's great. Well, you never heard of Call of Duty?
Of course, I've heard of
Oh,
Call of Duty.
okay.
Of course, yeah.
Medic, right? Next coming back in with the medic talk. So anyway, we talked about Patreon, but also if you're watching this video right now, please like the video. All right, please, por favor. It helps us very, very much. And I say por favor because I'm, obviously one with the Mexican and Spanish community now. So yes, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're at around 820, I believe, as we opened up this morning. So we're literally under 200 people away.
No,
from-
we're up to 824, bro.
That's right,
I
that's
did
right.
I did some recon.
You did some
last
recon
night.
yesterday.
Fucking
Like,
got it
hey,
done.
I told you for every table, they're like, "Here's your check. Have a nice
Dude, I
day,"
didn't
and you have
work-
to
I didn't
slip
work.
them.
I just saw. I was at the bar, and a bunch of people that. Well, I wasn't at the bar. I saw people that I know from way back when I worked there
Mhm.
at the bar, and I just was like, "Hey." They asked, "Oh, what are you doing now?" I said, "Well, open up your fucking YouTube, and I'm gonna tell
I'll
you
show you what the hell I'm
You're
doing
gonna
now.
have to click on that button first.
Very
though.
cool. Was this now rejects TJ coming in? Tyreek Hill rejects record deal from KC. KC,
Tells him to seek a team for trade as per rap sheet.
holy shit!
I'll check that out right now.
Whoa, yeah, double check
On
that.
that.
But that's breaking news from TJ. Another fine officer. We have a bunch of cops watching the show, by the way, so be careful what you say.
And yet, I don't have one single gold card.
I'm getting one this week, baby. This Friday night. Oh, by the way, here's a plug ski for you. This Friday night, it'll be me on the mic. It'll be the Woodbridge Police Department versus the Island Middle School, either kids and staff or just the kids. I'm not sure how it's going, but I'm on the mic. It's a charity event, and my compensation is a couple gold cards and a T-shirt. I said, done.
Wait, cops are fighting kids?
They're not fighting kids. They're playing basketball. Did I even mention it was a basketball game?
No.
Oh, shit.
You just said it's going to be the cops.
It's going to be cops beating
I
the
was
shit
gonna
out
say,
of the
can I
kids.
stream this?
Yeah. Wait, that's down the road. We have to do certain things like that. Have to. Like, we just
Yeah,
have to go live and just go.
Which
The
that's-
dodgeball.
There's legs there.
There's an email last
keep
night.
Keep your eyes peeled for the dodgeball information.
Excited about
which will
that.
Be coming to fruition very soon. Shout out to
Chris
the
Payne
event
coming in
planner.
saying that he should be
Ashmere Fit, the event planner.
the 2 to 5 years for domestic abuse is what Tyreek Hill should get, according to Chris Payne. So that's obviously
deal.
Chris trying to patrol the streets. Chargers. Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine Tyreek Hill with Justin Herbert's arm?
No, I can't.
just
and
stupid.
They're not. It's not
Why? They
Tyreek-
look like they have unlimited funds at this point.
because one team plays in the AFC West and the other team also plays in the AFC West. There's a 0% chance that
It's
Kansas
very-
City trades
Very
Tyreek
true.
Hill within
Very
the
true.
division.
Or what he's saying, I think Chargers. I think what that means is they're
Chargers
going
are
to
better.
run away with that
I think
division.
he's
Yeah.
just saying Chargers are a great team regardless. I know Rube is big on LA. I was going to say San Diego, but
LA.
Allah. All right, cool. So that's our intro, I guess. But so yesterday, before we get into anything, there was one big signing yesterday. Teron Armstead signs with the Miami Dolphins. So the biggest free agent guard, tackle, center, offensive lineman on the market signs
he's a
with the
pure
Dolphins.
bona fide tackle.
He's a bona fide monster is what he is. So he gets the bag. He's going to Miami. Miami looks like they're building something pretty interesting down there. So I'm interested to see, obviously, first-year head coach, Tua, the confidence still in Tua. They got a bunch of Myles Gaskins, basically replicas down there as their running game. Their receivers, I mean, I guess they still have Devontae Parker and, guys that they, right?
Jalen Waddle is a stud.
Oh, wow. Hello. Yeah, Waddle. So like their offenses, they did lose Gesicki. So
Where did he go?
no, wait, did he get the tag? He got the tag, so he's there
Yeah,
too.
no,
So
he's
shit,
there.
man, I'm on the roll today. So yeah,
Their
so,
secondary is still good. Their defensive up front, it leaves something.
but now
to
they're
be
protecting
desired,
Tua. So the Dolphins all of a sudden could be a sneaky, decent team in the AFC East. All of a sudden, that division looks to be a 4-team race. And I put the Jets.
Dolphins look like the exact same team. to me.
Listen, new coach
When
can
it's all said and
change a
done.
million
I
things. What's
agree,
up,
though.
man?
Okay, so as far as the Tyreek Hill situation, they asked him to restructure his deal because he is a free agent after the 2022 season.
Mhm.
And he said, no, absolutely not. He's not doing it. And they tell him he could seek a trade. So he's
So
right now.
there is some fruition. That's real. That's
I wasn't
it
discrediting
just came
TJ.
up-
I
It
wasn't
just
either,
came
but
up right now.
I haven't seen
and
it on
I
anything,
just
though.
got it on the score, and it's on. If you Google it right now, it comes up. But
Yeah, I just got it on my Bleacher Report too. Interesting.
he signed a 3-year deal in 2019 worth
I'm gonna
$54
have to
million,
fucking-
but he's an unrestricted free agent after this year. So
It's
So he's unrestricted after this year.
unacceptable.
Yeah.
That I'm getting notifications after you right now. It's unacceptable.
Yeah,
I
baby.
pay good
I
money. for this.
upgraded my account. I said, look, I can't have this anymore. I can't have Gooch getting updates before me.
He also called and
Chiefs and
downgraded
Jets and
yours.
serious.
Say what
talks for
now?
I
Tyreek
said he
Hill.
also called and downgraded
Hold on,
yours.
As per Rube, and Rube.
I
is
don't even know.
definitely a guy
I didn't
that's
hear
in
what you
the
said.
know. Tyreek Hill and the Jets are in. No, Chiefs and Jets are in talks.
whoa, we have a lot of things to give up too, man. We got a lot of picks to give
Yeah,
them.
you're gonna have
So
Bro.
could you? Ooh,
Are you a Jets
boy.
guy?
I'm a big Jets
Jets
fan,
fan,
baby.
Can
okay.
I just be
huge
clear
Jets fan.
that it's a terrible move for the Jets
Why?
because they're just not there. They're going to pay a guy Tyreek.
They
Hill.
might be there with a guy
We
like
might be
Tyreek
there
Hill.
with him though.
Well, I think he's a one-trick
Oh,
pony too,
man.
but I'm just saying, like, you added Tyreek Hill to the outside, Barrios, fucking the new kid that
Michael Carter.
why can't I think of the kid's name?
What?
Receiver.
Mims?
No, Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, yeah.
They just got
On each
tight
side?
end CJ Ozuma. Bro, that offense could be good.
I just don't think that Tyreek Hill right now at the 8. I know he's not old yet,
28.
but by the time that Jets get good, like Tyreek Hill is going to go to the Jets and he's going to probably play like 10 games and be like, "Fuck this."
According to Adam Schefter, according to James Rube and Adam Schefter, looks like his time is coming to an end with the Chiefs. This is happening.
Yeah, this is
Holy shit,
Oh,
man.
also,
what a
football
what kind of
offseason.
numbers is JuJu going to do in Kansas City next year if he's the
Ooh,
number one?
just as good as Mecole Hardman.
No, because
Hardman's the burner.
yeah, but my point is JuJu is not burner, and neither is. I mean, he's not the same receiver Tyreek
I used to
Hill
trade
is,
for Mecole
but-
Hardman every
but I would
time in
imagine.
Madden.
I would
It's
imagine
like a
that
98 speed.
Tyreek Hill being gone means that JuJu's going to get at least 5 more targets a game. 4 or 5
well,
more
yeah,
targets.
I guess so. But I mean,
I don't know what Scoop is laughing about.
What
Braxton
a-
Berrios had a hell of a year last
what
year.
a football offseason we've got so far, right?
Yeah, dude, seriously, it doesn't end.
Day
It
one,
doesn't end,
From
bro.
day one,
Doesn't end. And I love the NFL for
it's
that.
insane, man. Every
Ken
day.
Paulman saying Juju can't be a
No,
one.
I don't think
you
that
won't
they
have
need-
to be.
They don't need him to be a one
You
in
won't
that
have to be.
offense because they do have Kelsey, but him being a number 1/2 as a receiver, he's going to line up in the slot. I'm not talking about a traditional one where you line up on the outside. I'm saying the guy that's going to get the most targets. I don't care if he's lining up in the slot. If he gets 15 targets a game,
The Dolphins are also in talks too. Imagine having Waddle and Tyreek Hill. That would be
and
interesting.
no one to throw the ball.
Scoop saying I'm making people angry on Twitter. Yeah, so I'm automatically blocked by Adam Schefter. I don't think that ever will come to fruition. But guess what, Adam? Joke's on you. I have Chop Sports Media. I have Jersey Boys. I have Jimmy Palumbo. I have access to a lot of Twitter accounts to see your garbage, but I don't search it out. Rap Sheet's my guy. That's the guy I go with. And him and what's the other one? Why can't I think? Tom Pelissero. Big fan of Tom Pelissero.
How long before you
and of course McAfee.
How long before you see Cowboys involved?
In heartbeat.
Hill, and definitely going to see Packers too. I'm almost guaranteeing that.
Now, see, that wouldn't be fair at all.
If I'm Tyreek Hill, that's where I want.
That's where I would want to go too.
If I'm any receiver that's a free agent right now, I'm looking at the Packers and I'm going to be like, where's there the most opportunity for me to play with a really good quarterback and a guy that just left that got 29 targets a game?
Dallas. Dallas. Amari Cooper.
Devontae,
but he didn't get enough targets.
Devontae got so many targets last year. It's absurd.
Maybe he would go join Devontae in Las Vegas.
I'm reading that Odell is the favorite.
I read last night Odell was back to the Browns.
I read that. No.
Why? He left because of Baker.
I did see that too.
He left because of
wanted
Baker.
To go back to the Browns. I saw that too.
I just can't see that happening with the way it went down with the front office. But I could see Odell signing with Vegas. That's plus 400 right now, according to Vegas. Literally Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Odell,
Vegas.
a Raider,
Vegas, baby.
with third and Renfro.
Devontae
and Odell comes back around week 10.
MVS visiting the Chiefs, as Dina just pointed out. So that might be a thing. We were just talking about bringing him back possibly to the Packers.
As much as I've liked MVS, nice little player, I don't want him at 10, 12 million a year, which is what I'm seeing teams are talking about giving him.
Imagine if we got into what we wanted to talk about today. It's insane. It's insane how this broke right now. It just.
I was about to just start transitioning. Oh, look at another.
Yeah, spins the direction of that. So we talked about Armstead, but there are details now that just emerged from yesterday's bullshit. Well, 2 nights ago's bullshit that we had to discuss. Details are coming out as Masvidal has been charged with what was it? Felony battery.
So
that's a big deal, man. I mean, look, you can watch this on there, but it all depends on if Colby decides to press charges, and I think he'll do it.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Chris came in the chat. He's a cop, and he said that if they both participated in the altercation, no matter who started it, can't they technically both be charged by the other?
First of all, it all depends on states. States have different laws. So Chris is a New York cop, right?
Yeah.
Like we've talked about this before. Like in Seattle and Washington, Seattle, you can have. I think it's called mutual combat law. You can actually, as long as nobody
finish,
you can fight in the middle of the street and nobody gets in trouble, nothing. So you got to look at the laws. They were in Miami, correct?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to look and see what it is. You know,
to my understanding, and this could be spun one way, and the way I heard it from people that were, I didn't talk to anyone that was there, but the eyewitness accounts that are coming out was that Masvidal had a hoodie on, and he had a surgical mask. So I understand.
You know what? I know what's hilarious about that? He was anti-mask.
Yeah, so he's definitely not out there wearing a mask because he's afraid of the Omicron variant, and I say that wrong on purpose. So Masvidal wasn't afraid of that. He looked like he was out there to commit a crime.
Yeah. Dave talked about it yesterday. It looked premeditated, and if. Like I saw the same thing. He had a mask, and he came up on the left side of him.
Came up like a freaking thug, bro.
Snuffed him. Exactly like thug stuff. And I get it. I mean,
and first if that's the way it went down, Masvidal is a bigger pussy,
and he's going to get a lot of trouble.
And speaking of like the audio, like you hear a lot of audio because I saw one clip from Masvidal being off to the right and Colby going back into the club after it happened. So it was like kind of like separated, but like Masvidal's yelling like, "That's what happens when you talk about my kids." Newsflash, bro. Never said a goddamn thing about your stupid kids. And I just called you a piece of shit. I just called your kids stupid, but they're not.
He called you a piece of shit.
He called you a piece of shit deadbeat dad. So if that might be the case, if you owe somebody some money and now, look, you're about to go back into your wallet because you decided to be an asshole. That's your fault.
And he had his shot. He had his shot in the cage and got his ass whooped.
Yeah, and like Woodley's coming out and saying, like, if y'all couldn't settle your beef in the cage, then this is what happens. You get round 2 for free. And it's like, no, the beef was settled. Your guy just didn't get to do anything in the fight.
He got lit up.
He came out of that fight feeling like he didn't get to scratch an itch.
Chris Payne said Miami could have a stand your ground law. Their sheriff encourages people to kill home invaders.
Well, that's true. That's a fact, though. That guy's.
So
I know in Texas you can just blast them.
Also, the whole thing with like if Colby has to testify or not, I'm pretty sure, just judging by the way I'm hearing this, if he like ran up on him with a mask and a hoodie, I'm testifying. I don't give a shit. Call me what you want. We're talking about toxic masculinity here, right? Colby's in the right. I probably don't know if I would be testifying, but like in Colby's situation, it's almost great to spin it that way. Like I was jumped by thugs.
And look, if anything, Colby is a 1000% backer of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So him doing this right now would actually go along with Colby's.
I will also say,
I wouldn't even call it a gimmick. It's his personality.
It's his gimmick, but look, I also think that no matter what happens here, full extent of the law, prosecuted, Colby testifies, Masvidal's not going to go to jail. It's not like he killed somebody. He went and beat up a guy that's also a UFC fighter. You think he's going to do jail time?
No, he's not going to.
I wish he would.
I don't think he'll do jail time. But
you got to keep these thugs off the streets. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't going to jail.
He ain't going to jail now.
He'll do like the little where they got to take him in and stuff, but he won't get no time.
I want a mug shot. I want a mug shot.
He probably wants a mug shot too, because that's going to.
Oh, it's going to be his new profile picture on Twitter.
A guy like Masvidal, this is street clout. This is helping his career. Trust that 100%. No question about it. When this shit happens, like he's going to get another big fight because of it. All these things work for him.
Gross.
It's
Honest
on brand.
Question. Do you guys think that they're ever going to let those two fight in the ring again?
No. And nobody would buy it. Well, I mean, people
fight.
buy everything, but
Masvidal,
and you'll bet on it, Dina. But I'm just saying, like, I don't foresee that like a pre notion to another fight. This is bullshit. It's over. It's done with. Masvidal's a bitch, and that's it. Period. Stop.
I think they should go to American Top Team and fight in that gym, untimed, until someone quits. Masvidal quits.
Or dies. You got to be careful.
I was gonna say, or dies.
Like somebody might not quit and just get knocked silly.
They don't have to go to American Top Team. What state? They go to Seattle. Just do that mutual combat. If somebody dies and they both agree to it. But no, that's the truest form of fighting. Untimed till someone quits. Period.
He'll probably get probation if it's premeditated, inflicted bodily harm. All depends on the district attorney and how they pursue punishment. Here come the new odds for the Super Bowl. We'll get into that in a second. I guess you can just get into that now. New odds to win the Super Bowl: Bills plus 700, Bucks plus 800, Chiefs plus 850.
What about the Raiders?
The Packers are plus 1100, the Rams 12, the 49ers 14, and the Cowboys 16.
So interesting to me.
I can't wait to make $1,600 on my $100.
It's so interesting to me because right now, after losing Devontae Adams, and I argued tooth and nail with Jimmy and loosely Dave the other day about
we don't argue.
Packers are far worse now than they were last year. And it's like, according to Vegas, they're actually better now going into the season in terms of odds to win the Super Bowl.
Because last year they had to have dropped, dude. They were never plus 1,100.
Last year going into the season at this time, they were definitely in a worse position in terms of odds to win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Well, no, because nobody knew what the fuck Rodgers was doing.
At this point, there was no news on Rodgers yet.
He was vacationing.
Pre-draft. I'm talking about.
Do you remember that?
Do you remember this all broke on draft day. So right now, at this time, coming out of last season, the Packers didn't have the greatest odds that they do now.
Okay, we'll see.
As good of odds as they do now.
Excuse me. All right, so what else? Oh, so last night, big heated debate within a group chat. When I say group chat, it's literally just me, Gooch, Scoop, AJ, Kyle, sometimes Dina. I haven't seen Dina in there in a while.
I muted it.
Oh, you muted it?
It's a lot of notifications.
I mean, you just don't have to. You could just turn off. You just turn off the notifications of Facebook in general.
Well, no, because I still like to talk to other people.
Oh, you want to talk to other people?
Sidebar.
Right, what?
No, I was talking about what you guys were doing.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, so Dina muted the chat. But anyway, we had a hard debate yesterday because I'm sitting there and I'm watching the Knicks game. And of course, everybody knows what Trae Young did to the Knicks last year, and it ruined a very positive vibe in New York because New York, we thought we were back. We thought we had this, just megastar in Julius Randle, and we thought we had some young pieces, and everything was working well for the New York Knicks last year. We get bounced by the Hawks. Trae Young does it again last night, drops 45 points. Now, I watched this game thoroughly because I do that when the Knicks are on, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and they're up. The Knicks at one point towards the end of the game were up by 7, and I'm like, wow, they're cruising. The Garden's rocking. Trae Young's on the bench. So things were happening, right? But you could have went like this and looked back at the screen, and they were down by 8. Within a blink of an eye. And that shot me into oblivion as far as my care for this team, because it's just like they're garbage. They are a garbage team. And Kyle's argument was that
Kyle's not here
to fight his battle right now. But Kyle's argument was,
I'll speak up for Kyle a little bit.
I mean,
even though I'm playing devil's advocate, I think the Knicks are garbage too.
All of a sudden, Kyle comes in and says, this is the best the Knicks situation they've been in a long time. They got cap space. They got youth. They got all this shit. bro, when you go from a 4 seed to not making the playoffs, and I don't listen, if this was not make the playoffs and like, the playoffs didn't have 50 fucking teams in it, you know what I mean? Like, this is where I draw the line. You went from a 4 seed to completely irrelevant within a calendar year. So don't tell me the Knicks are in a better situation they are today with Julius Randle. Julius Randle, again, now ready for this stat? You want to talk about a Julius Randle stat? Julius Randle got fined again for mouthing off to the refs for 40 G's. He's up to $130,000 in fines this year because he's just a piece of shit. And he can't, like, what? You're shaking it. It's like, but that's the morale, is what I'm saying.
I mean, like, Rasheed Wallace used to get fucking, he was one of my favorite.
Yeah, but they had a great supporting cast when that team was good.
That's Julius Randle's thing, though. And you have to remember, like, we don't have Derrick Rose right now.
It doesn't matter. Bro,
Derrick Rose.
But I love Rose. Don't get me wrong. I love Rose.
25 games below 500, I'm getting mad technicals, too. I'm going to be.
But why? You're not increasing your value. So what happens is this. The Knicks. Anybody who the Knicks signed him last year, right? Yeah, thinking that he was going to be the guy, and right away, it's blowing up in their face. So they have RJ Barrett, and that's great, and he's making strides each and every time the kid takes the court. But now you have a guy like Julius Randle who's out there running the muck, technical fouls left and right. So if the Knicks front office said, you know what, this ain't the guy, let's move on from him. Which team is taking Julius Randle? The contract, the fines, the piece of shit mentality.
You'd be surprised.
I don't think so.
You'd be surprised.
I don't
tell me
so.
that if the Knicks were ready to move off of Julius Randle,
they
right
can't.
Now,
Nobody would take that.
They can't.
Nobody would take that contract right now. Nobody. Zero.
I agree.
Not with the accolades. Not accolades. The antics.
Well, my point is then that's just lends to the reason why the Knicks are in the position they're in, because they had the 4 seed last year, and then I was scratching my head at every single move they made this offseason. Fournier has been a good player for them, but Fournier is not that guy. He's not the guy that you need to be your best scorer. And for the better part of this season, Fournier was their best scorer.
Ready for this? Michael J. Fusco, which, by the way, we'll get into him in a second or in a little bit. He said the over-under on wins with the Knicks was at 38 when the season started. He thought that was going to be a lock at one point. This team stinks, bro. And you know what? The worst part about it is that I don't think that there's any like 0.0 appeal to come to New York. No. The GMs aren't around. Nobody's around. The coach has just lost this whole damn thing. He likes to play his veterans. Like, if you want all these kids to play, let them play. This is the time to do it. They got like 9 games left. Let them play. Fuck it. It's over.
Here's the bright spot for the Knicks. And as a Knicks fan, I'll say this is RJ Barrett right now, I think he's 21. Cam Reddish is 22. Mitchell Robinson
Reddish ain't going to be around for a while.
They're just really young, but they're a young team. They're a young team.
And I get that. And Kyle came in yesterday. He goes, and they got all the cap space. I said, cool.
By the time RJ Barrett is a free agent, he's not, he's going to leave. So by the time they're able to get somebody good,
that's what I'm saying. So the window is so minuscule.
Yes,
you had a chance to add Durant. He didn't want to come here. Irving, they wanted nothing to do with us.
Like, do you know what? That all stems from Dolan. Nobody wants to be around with Dolan.
But Dolan, and that's a problem. And you know what?
It's then them signing Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, giving them all this money. That to me is counterproductive.
Listen, here's where I'm at with this. And this is not. I guess I'm kind of knocking my own football team here. But this is what?
Basketball.
I was segueing into
Shocker.
football.
Dave's somehow making this about Dallas.
Because I understand. I get.
You're about to hear why. 100%. Because the Knicks are putting together these old role-playing guys that are coming in on the cheap, and then they're overpaying for guys that aren't like Fournier's contract. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I have a fix for the Knicks.
Get rid of them all.
Want to hear what my fix would be?
Yeah,
I would
blow
say
it all up and
fire
leave.
Thibs, fire whoever the GM is, hire Kyle, hire Scoop.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
You trade RJ Barrett for Bonzi Wells.
I think
I thought Bonzi Wells was playing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Bonzi Wells,
the
retired Bonzi Wells is going to play. So we didn't actually get into the whole premise.
By the way, there's a movie. There's a movie in production. This conversation went sideways last night after talking about Trae Young and how frustrated we were with the Knicks. Like, this conversation went to the fact that Kyle says if he knows anything about anything, he knows more about. He's an expert.
It started with Kyle talking shit like, "Oh, why don't you guys just run the team if you know so much?" And it's like, really, bro. Like, you can't say that when we're debating sports, because that I could say that to you now too.
Like, why don't
you
fucking run the team?
Heated fan. He's gonna say whatever he can to light a fire.
No, I know.
No, and that's fine. But I'm saying, like, he's like, you should run the team. I was like, actually, it would be funnier if Kyle ran the team, and then all of a sudden, like a Eddie situation.
I was like, Coach Kyle.
Coach Kyle. And Coach Kyle is now played by Kevin James, we said. We agreed to that. Kevin James will be playing Coach Kyle. We believe Aziz Ansari will be playing Scoop.
Oh my God.
And then
the kid, Jonah Hill, will be playing the prop beaver as the analytics guy, and he would just be talking about overs and unders and props instead of analytics.
Scoop came in. Scoop and Kyle are at odds because Scoop traded Evan Fournier for Kyle Korver at the deadline, and Kyle Korver is played by Randy Quaid, right?
right. So this entire movie is in production. Look for it in theaters next year at some point. We got the studio, might as well just start filming shit, like just random. But I think that movie yesterday, that my side was hurting, like laughing at the constant, like just casting of this movie.
I wonder if this is one of those situations where it was like you had to be in the conversation.
It is. I think it is.
I feel like they're all looking at us like, I know Dina wasn't even in the conversation, and she could have been, knows what the conversation is, and she still doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I think the whole thing with the guard, it's the Garden, bro. That's why people want to play.
Yeah, people like to go to the Garden and drop.
I think it's losing its luster.
It is 100%.
No, it's not. It's not losing its luster.
So.
It's not. Nobody wants to go play in front of the Knicks fans every day. They want to go there and bury Knicks fans once a year.
That's true. Like Trae Young.
Trae Young's making a career out of being a Knicks killer. He is officially. I'll call him this. I'm dubbing him this. He is the 2022 Reggie Miller.
Yeah, the Green.
I feel like I was dubbed last postseason when he was.
Fine, but I'm saying he's like solidifying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's solidifying it.
Like this topic.
I know. I don't like this topic either because it's sad. But the Knicks are in disarray right now, and I don't know when it stops.
The Knicks suck.
I don't know when it stops. But
I
anyway,
was right all along about the Knicks, guys. Just gonna say that.
Staying on basketball for a minute. What? What'd you say?
You owe me $10.
It's not over yet. There's 8 games left.
Wait, there was a bet.
So we made 2 bets.
The playoffs. It was like week 2.
And what other bet did we make? We made a bet. This is like when we first made each other, and Mitch Trubisky would start week 1, and he was like, "No way!" I'm like, "Nah, he's in Pittsburgh."
All right, $10. We'll see. So I owe you big money's over here. Big money's. So we're talking about Zion Williamson all of a sudden. I'll bring this up real quick. I'll do it, Dina. No worries. I got this.
I got my finger on the button.
Oh, you got your finger on the button. Well, then bring this up. Go ahead. So here's Zion Williamson, hurt foot, ladies and gentlemen. This is a hurt foot. That, like, do it one more time, Dina. One more time on that one. Here he is, off the backboard, under the legs, bang, just hammered down on home, bang. Okay, so here's my jiggle. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I thought he was hurt.
Yo, he's got
I thought he was rehabbing the knee or the leg.
No, he's just fat.
In that video.
I thought, what happened? What's the hurt? Yesterday we were talking about him being ruled out for the rest of the year, and now he's doing this shit.
Dave, he's not hurt physically. He's hurt mentally because the GM doesn't like him.
Wait,
that's what's happening.
Wait. Scoop coming in. Did you see the floor shake? I did see the floor shake. The man came down, bang, it's just done. Kyle's joining us. Kyle, you know what? If you're not pumped about the direction of the Knicks team, they just started watching last year. See, that's
just started watching.
He said that last. That's what sparked me. I said, first of all, I've been watching the Knicks longer than Kyle, so that's.
I don't know. I think you're the same age.
No, Kyle's definitely younger than me.
Back to Zion real quick. Zion, they're the 10th. They're in the playing game right now.
I know.
So why
are we ruling him out? I don't know.
Is he just doing this to show, like, listen, I can still play basketball. I don't care what the Pelicans are saying. The Pelicans maybe shut him down.
Maybe this could be a Brad thing.
They've been at odds since day one, and we've been calling him Greg Oden. I never seen Greg Oden do that.
No,
right?
No,
he's definitely not the Greg Oden apparently.
Fun fact: I played against Greg Oden in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. My last year of high school was in Indiana.
Did he look 50?
Yeah, and he's one of the whitest African Americans I've ever met in my life.
Whitest black guys in the world? Okay.
Like, yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Even whiter than Sammy Sosa.
That's really white.
He's not wrong here.
The Knicks almost swept the Hawks this year. They were 2-0, and that was our first loss to the Hawks. How Trae Young.
Yeah, and we're out of playoffs.
Christ.
So
we're not, yeah, right. Like, come on, dude. I don't care. This guy's trying to. How is he the 22 killer? He's just a killer now. He came out last night and he beat the shit out of the Knicks. There's nothing to say about it. You can't defend it. It's over. The Knicks suck. Get over it. It's done. It's over.
Every time he plays.
I know Dave drank several cups of coffee this morning.
Just one.
Watched it. You didn't have one in the morning at home?
No, I had pre-workout. So I've double stacked today.
I'm just going to start saying the Knicks are good,
Cowboys,
just so Dave could get
Say what now?
I said, can you imagine, though, if someone had come at you that hard about the Cowboys, what you would say?
But the Cowboys have won Super Bowls in the last 20 years.
Apparently.
The Knicks have not won a championship game since 1975 or 76.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
So look,
I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but it's enough with people like, well, we're 2-1 against the Hawks this year. Trae Young has killed us on our home court in the playoffs.
Twice.
Home. He's going
Three
up to
times,
fans.
4 times.
He's going up to fans on courtside, literally holding his fingers out, saying, "Hold this L to fans, to
Listen,
Knicks fans."
There's nobody in
Enough's
this.
enough.
There's nobody in this studio right now, and I will surpass myself over Dina. There's nobody that wants the Knicks to succeed better than I do. Trust me when I tell you that, okay? But this team is lost, and I think they're the direction they're in. You're saying they have all these young pieces. That's well and good, man. That's so awesome. I'm so excited about youth.
They got
But it
RJ
doesn't
Barrett,
matter.
who's not that
It
good.
doesn't matter. You need
I know
in
I'm
this
gonna
in this
burn Kyle
year
on that one.
in this NBA, you need a star. You need a star. RJ Barrett, I love the guy. I think he's making strides. Like I said, every time the kid steps on the court, he's better than the last time. He's getting better. He's not a star in this league. You need the star. I would take an aging 45-year-old LeBron James to come into New York.
Move on
and help.
past the fucking Knicks. They got the Wish Paul
Please.
Pierce and RJ Barrett, and they're not even a
Wish
playoff
Paul
team. They're like the
Pierce.
13th seed right now in the shitty East.
Oh,
Even though the
boy.
East is good.
I do want to bring up one more NBA thing. I know we just brought up Zion, but I do want to say Draymond. By the way, you're the realest, bro. And I don't like you. I don't like Draymond Green.
I'm not.
I just don't. But after last night, I came to the other side of this. Draymond Green obviously calling his team soft. They lost to the Magic. The better part of this interview in the post-game interview press conference was that he said that the Orlando Magic, he goes, no disrespect, Gooch, to the Orlando Magic, but they're one of the worst teams in the league, and we just lost to one of the worst teams in the league. We're not a good team if we can't beat one of the worst teams in the league.
Well, Steph's not
No
playing.
offense.
Steph's not playing, but it's not about them necessarily winning or losing the game. The way they played was very soft. They're getting punked out there, was his words exactly. You can't win games when you're getting punked. So I agree with him. The Magic suck, and his team played like shit, and they're playing soft without their leader in Steph. My boy.
Yeah, your boy. But
he's not even my
anyway,
boy. I'm just
I
creeping up
respect
for
him more for this. I think it's hilarious.
What am I don't know if Kyle's asking me what I'm expecting from RJ Barrett.
No,
I
he's
don't have
talking to
any
me.
expectations.
He's talking to
I'm
me.
I
not
don't
bringing
like
it
the
up
Knicks,
because I
so I'm
don't
just
wanna
talking
talk about
shit
it.
and trying to get a rise out of Dave and Kyle. And
I'm
I really
good with
don't
it. I'm
care.
good. And you know what? The best part is, Kyle, door's open, bro. Door's open. You want to come in here and debate Knicks? Whatever you want to do. Cap space, all that
There's
shit.
a phone number.
Come on
the
in. And now
comments.
there's no, yeah, he'll see that. He probably joined a little late. But today, Kyle, we're taking callers. I mean, or it's not, you're not calling in. You're actually just logging into the stream, and we'll be bringing you up. But I'm not doing that right now with you. I'm telling you right now, we got a lot of things to get to still. So later on, you want to bring this up again on the show? Go for it. I'm with it. Let's go. So before we get into one of
Just
our,
give me a heads up so I can leave.
okay. So
I do not
before we
wanna
get
talk
into
about
one
that
of our bigger or the Ohtani stuff that we wanted to get to, some baseball talk, I do want to talk to you guys about a brand new sponsor of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fusco Insurance Agency, okay? Michael Fusco, he's in the chat right now. So there's his contact right there. You can either visit the website, fuscoinsuranceagency.com, or just shoot him a DM. But it's a full powerhouse of an agency. That's right. I feel like he's Ari Gold all of a sudden. We have ourselves our very own Ari Gold because he is working with many, many things, and we're very excited about it. He works with personal and commercial lines, life insurance, health insurance. They help you with your retirement. They got employee benefit administration. So if you're running a small business and you need, like, oh man, we got to get our guys some benefits around here, Fusco's the guy right now.
Myself some benefits.
Exactly. We got to do something like that. Why not? Guess what? Tax season, right? We're all due. We have to file tax preparation services as well. He does the planning, the bookkeeping, the payroll, the retirement planning, insurance, asset. And I had to ask him for the pronunciation of this, coin and bullion sales. Bullion sales. So I was like, what? I was like, what the f- is bullion? But anyway, he does that too. Also, guys, I know they're out there, and I know you're watching this, and you probably have some shitty ass credit. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that they do freaking credit repair as well. Okay, they do credit repair. They do that with the Physically Fit Credit Repair. That's right, physically fit, not physically fit. Physically fit. Get it? Do you understand the correlation? Fiscal year. You're on it.
I'm definitely that guy.
You are like, all right. So let's repair some credit, okay? And they offer exclusive plans. His promise to you guys: if you're with him, you will not lose money, and you can actually take advantage of all the gains. They put a cap on that, so you can't become a trillionaire based off insurance claims. But do it. Get involved with him right now. If you're looking for a blend of personal service and expertise, come to the right place. They offer a broad range of services for business owners, independent professionals. The rates are affordable. They're very, very experienced, and of course, the best part of all, he's a good dude. Like every time I talk to him, he's very in your face. He'll tell you all the stuff you need to know. If you want more of the ins and outs, the website is on the screen. That is FuscoInsuranceAgency.com. So, Mike, I hope I did you justice. There's the commercial just aired to this morning on the Jets podcast as well. So you're going to be hearing all about Michael Fusco and his insurance agency with Chop Sports. Welcome aboard there, bro. We hope you did all right for that. So before we get on to that, we do have one more read, and that is Lilac Sage Boutique.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lilac and Sage Boutique is a veteran-owned LEO spouse-operated boutique based out of North Carolina. Their goal is to continue their service by providing affordable clothing to other hardworking women. They ship orders all over the world. Be sure to check them out at lilacsageboutique.com and join their mailing list so you don't miss out on any new arrivals. Use the promo code CHOP10 to receive 10% off your purchase. You guys okay over there?
10%. What does he got? Yeah, why? What's wrong?
I saw you laughing.
What do you got, a lifesaver?
He's got a hard candy.
Why? Why you gotta wait for a lifesaver?
Because I can't suck on a fucking lifesaver during the pod.
It's like when Kyle
during
puts
the show.
gum in while he's talking.
Kyle's like breaking off. He's like, he's got all the, jonesing for that. Awesome job, Serge. Glad to be a part of the show. There you go, Mike. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we still got a little bit to go here, and we continue the show with the Ohtani Rule. The MLB decided to implement a new rules going into this year, effective literally immediately. And we're calling it the Ohtani Rule because last year's All-Star game, they took him out when he was pitching, but he was still able to hit. You're like, oh, that's cool. It's because it's the All-Star game. Yay, everybody's having fun. Now it's a rule. Now for every Ohtani time, which, by the way, this is literally the Ohtani Rule because I don't feel like there's any pitchers that want to bat as their DH. It's just dumb, right? Like there's not.
I mean, I think what you're going to start to see in the coming years, if not immediately, there's going to be a lot more pitchers that you could see that are able to hit. I can easily see DeGrom DHing. I know that there's a lot of value in keeping him off the field when he's not pitching, but if he's a better hitter than the guy that you would put in there, I'm putting the best hitter in the situation. I think that it's made too big of a deal. I don't think that the talent. Right. How do I say this? I think Major League Baseball has been restricting players' ability to do what Ohtani has done. I think there's been several players throughout the course of history that if they would have let them hit throughout their careers, they might have been better at hitting. It just like was never a thing. So pitchers never cared. I think as you see the baseball progress in the next 5, 10, 20 years.
Well, he just said, Scoop came in and said, there's nobody like Ohtani, but this will definitely promote the future Ohtani.
And Scoop, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
There's nobody like Ohtani because he's the best at it right now. But that doesn't mean that there's not guys that are able to bat 210. We see what some DHs are batting.
Very true.
Right. So don't tell me, and I guarantee you that
Scoop, shut up.
I guarantee you that you really can't shift on a pitcher, right? Things like that. Like they're a little bit.
They're going to be going oppo a whole bunch.
They're not going for a launch angle here.
Right.
They're literally going to lay one down on you. So I don't know that there has been no pitchers. Obviously, there's not been an Ohtani, but we saw what DeGrom did last year. That's not out of nowhere. These guys are all great baseball players when they're coming up, play shortstop, center field, bat 500 in high school, and then all of a sudden they're not able to hit.
Fusco brings up a good point here, or at least a question. If I understand the rule, doesn't that create 2 DH hitters in the lineup?
No.
So they are literally the standing DH.
Yeah, like in other words.
So, but here's the rule. I don't think I even discussed the rule. Words, he can be brought out as a pitcher. If he's getting rocked, he can stay in the lineup. In
other words, what it
I didn't even explain the rule.
What it comes down to is no, but that's not the rule.
Yes, it is.
No, like he's just you don't have to have a DH. You could now pitch. You could have your pitcher be the DH, so you don't have to put one in because now it's universal DH. You don't have to have one. You can be like your pitcher, but when you take him out of the game,
he could still be your DH.
You could still now switch him over to just be DH and not SPDH.
And basically, it's the Ohtani rule because he's the only one that's going to do that this year.
Well, it's the Ohtani rule because they're making it because of him. Yes, but we'll see. We'll see if there's a guy that's like, well, I know I have the rules haven't dictated it for managers to actually run their teams that way. Now they can.
Correct.
I think it like as growing up playing like Little League and stuff,
you could hit
the best pitchers. The best hitters were the pitchers.
Yeah,
right. Every single. Don't know what team you were.
I would go yard ski plenty of times. Those are one of the best hitters on my team.
I think when they hit high school and college, they just stick to pitching and don't worry about hitting. But in the next 20, 25 years, it's all going to be all those guys.
Another toxic masculinity thing that I was talking about before. It's like how I have a bunch of things that buck the trend of toxic. I've never hit a home run over the fence in any baseball game on any level, but I batted like 800.
Well, if you
what about softball?
Never over the fence on any level.
Wow.
Really?
over the fence. Never.
So not even when you're an
like,
adult and a male playing
never
softball.
in a game. In practice, I could definitely hit him over the fence, but for whatever reason, I've just never ever cleared the fence
That's
in
so
the game.
sad.
Your
bro.
father must be so disappointed.
Literally warning track power over here.
Remember last year? I had
Toxic.
last year.
Self-deprecating warning track.
Last
power
year,
over
I
here.
had some warning track power
Now we know why he wants to play dodgeball, tennis.
because he
fucking-
stinks at hitting the ball. No, he was one of our better players on the team. Him and his brother are like
also-
bred for that shit.
Also, I want to do those things because I'm gonna dominate.
There it
Not
is.
that-
There.
not that-
We're waiting for that, and there it
Fun,
was.
bro. It's
So,
fun.
Anyway, so it's not just the Ohtani rule. Things are happening right away. Is one of them being the rosters are being expanded in the first month of the season from 26 to 28. Basically, this is the September call-up rule is actually going to be in April.
This is
So-
the first time that I've seen. Well, I don't know if they're going to do this past this season. I think that there's going to be a thing where they implement this, hopefully going forward.
Are they
because
like?
This is the
what's-
first time in Major
Don't
League
they gotta
Baseball
vote on this
history-
shit?
No, this is the
No?
first time in Major. They already. There's no vote. It's implemented. You know what I mean? So maybe after this year, they might have a new vote on whether to keep it.
I
or
just
not.
thought the CBA included all the rule
The
changes.
CBA.
Oh,
All
so
right.
bigger
now there's no
bases.
The CBA. No, the CBA.
So we locked
but
up for what?
I'm confused as to what exactly took place in the CBA because all the same things are happening right now. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
They're like, raise your hand if you're one of the guys that was like, I don't give a fuck what rules they do. I don't care how they play this out. Just give me baseball back. But now that baseball is back and they're changing the rules, you're upset about it. Raise your hand. Honestly, I don't mind the added players. I don't mind the DH rule. I do mind the runner on second base. Right? That's the only rule that I really don't like is the ghost runner.
The ghost runner thing is so bad, bro. It's so bad because it's literally this. And if you're not using this strategy, I'm not a manager, I'm not an expert, but if you start an inning with a man on second, you bunt him to third, you sack fly him home, you scored a run.
Unless you're the
That's
Yankees
it.
and you don't have one single player that knows how to bunt.
It's very true.
Right?
Yes.
But I
You better be
also,
teaching that in
go
spring training.
on record and say that I'm not sure that I completely hate this rule. I haven't seen how the Yankees record is going to be in those games. So if they're 4-2 in runners with ghost runner games, then I'm all for the rule. I just want to see how it affects me personally.
Are they doing that in the
Before I
playoffs
dictate.
too?
No,
Because to me,
No,
it just
it'd be
like
terrible
ruins
if it
the
was in the
game.
playoffs.
no,
Yeah,
not
it's just-
playoffs. No way.
Okay.
No way. And honestly, what if it's like not the playoffs, but it's like game 162 to get in the playoffs?
Yeah,
It's not a
that's like,
playoff
could you
game.
imagine-
They should only have this rule like pre All-Star break or something.
Could you imagine
know?
the NFL like because our third overtime? So we're just gonna do 7-on-7.
Oh, did you see, by the way, the USFL?
I did see that.
Did you see those rules?
The rules.
Dude, it's turning into the XFL. It's turning into some Bush League bullshit.
So it's not going to work out.
It's probably not going to work out. So there's a 3-point conversion
Yes.
instead of there's 1 extra point, 2. Everybody knows what 2 is. A 3-point conversion is a scrimmage play from the 10. So you could just go from the 10, score, you get 3 points. Then what was the other one?
In overtime, so like you start from the 2-yard
Hey,
line.
Jimmy.
Your team gets an offensive play. If you score, my team comes on and gets an offensive play. Then your team comes back and
Yeah,
gets
it's
an
a shootout.
offensive play. It's a shootout.
It's a
It's not like
shootout.
you 4 downs. You go from the 2, you get a play. My offense comes on
It's
and gets
hockey.
a play.
It's basically hockey.
Are you kidding me?
That's their overtime rule. It's a shootout. And I was like, wait, what? There was another, the kickoff.
and if that's a
You
tie,
can try to get the possession back?
Yeah,
what's
you
the
see that
rules
one?
then? If
So
if it's a
stupid.
tie, they give like one player on each team a gun.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
whatever.
Actually,
It's
coming to
insane.
XFL next year, it's a shoot off. Literally, just you can't.
insane.
It's over. Bye bye. All right. Well,
I like the big base. I like the
dude,
big bases.
that fucking
Right?
Ricky Henderson thing.
The
That's
Ricky
hilarious.
Henderson meme with him holding up the new base and it's 15 times bigger than himself.
Jimmy Palumbo, welcome to the show. He says, I still think John Madden is going to come through the brick background behind you. Boom!
No, it's going to be Kyle. Dress says
Oh, yeah.
Coach
Look.
Kyle from the Knicks. He's going to bust
Right.
through.
All right, listen, this is the time we're going to give you the space. We're going to let you call in the show or at least join the show right now. The link is the first comment in the comments or it's in the description of the YouTube video. You click on that link. You're literally going to be brought. They're going to say, can we give you mic access? Can we give you camera access? Whatever. It's going to say, enter a name. We need your name and we need where you're from, where you're calling from. So who's going to be the first caller? I don't know. We will see. But it's been a heck of a show.
Let me just
thus
check my
far.
notes and see
What?
if there's anything worth talking about on
Did you
there.
miss something?
There's just nothing. It's just shapes.
Why do you always do that, bro? You
I
always
literally
do
just-
that.
Honestly, what happens is like if I notice that Dave
That's
goes
pain,
on
bro.
if you like start going on one of your rants about the Knicks like you did today,
Oh,
Oh, here
you
we
knew
go.
it was going to be it.
or like he's doing
We
right
got
now.
it.
where
Yeah,
I'm in
here
the
we
middle of
go, ladies
talking
and
and he's
gentlemen.
just ignoring the fact
First
that I'm
caller,
speaking.
ladies and gentlemen, Good morning, Officer Payne.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I
Hello?
was wondering if Dave.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, buddy?
Son of a bitch.
Whoa, what's wrong? You can't hear us?
He can't hear
Hold
us.
on. You. Bro, the fucking volume.
Welcome to live
Live television, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
You hear me yet?
Thanks for ruining everything, Payne.
You ruined everything, by the way, Chris. Look, he's just a
when
putz.
Dave listens
Can
back
you hear
to
me?
this episode,
Yeah, I got you. You hear us?
he's gonna realize how many times he ignored
Put it
me.
on speakerphone.
And he's gone. So that was our first caller. We
Yeah,
said it was going
yes.
to work out some kinks. So I don't know if that's on our end or his. I mean, we heard him.
He
He's
didn't have
hearing
his hand
us.
speaker on.
I mean, I don't know.
All right, that
Shout out.
failed miserably.
I mean, I don't know if it failed miserably. Look, Chris could have
No,
screwed it up.
that's literally that right there was the definition. I'm not saying this whole entire thing, but that one miserable, failed miserably. I was trying to talk in the middle of it. He comes on. It was just a 5-minute period of misery.
Scoop said, I love seeing this inside of Payne's ears. Yes, they're clean. Is this going to be an everyday thing?
hope.
Yes, Bailey, it'll be an everyday thing as long as it works.
I don't know about every day. We
I mean,
gotta
whatever.
see.
We'll open it up to the people that want to talk, and they can call in and join the show. But as far as not being able to hear me, I mean, that's another story. I mean, like the volume's up and everybody can hear us on the stream itself, so that's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I don't know what the
Whatever.
issue is. I think it's on his end.
has to be. So anyway, was there anything else that I had in the rundown? No. We covered everything. Covered Zion.
Scoop said you want me to test it.
Yeah, you know what? Test it. Come on, Scoop. Come on board, bro. Now he knows what you guys go through coming from your mother. So now, like with the, I guess that's the audio issues and stuff. Here comes. Oh wait, Payne's back. Let's see if this works. Hey, you hear us there, Payne?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Oh,
Chris Payne. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, bro?
Coming from the basement of headquarters.
Nice.
I love it. So, what's going on? I know you talked about the Jets. I know you're a big fan of Tyreek Hill.
Listen, this is my thing with Tyreek Hill, okay?
This is where we get
And this
canceled.
is my
ladies and
problem
gentlemen.
with all sports athletes. I don't hate them all. I just hold people to a higher standard because I'm on the job. He is a domestic abuser. It started in college. They didn't press charges because she knew he was going to make millions. It happened again when he was a pro. Didn't press charges because he was making millions. The guy's a piece of shit.
Well,
Good point.
that's a fair point. Fair
Shop
point.
Sports Paint.
It's like it's probably most likely the reason why the Packers won't be involved in the Tyreek Hill sweepstakes.
What I just saw was the Jets and the Dolphins are the only two finalists, and it's up to him where he goes. And the Jets won't be outbid, is what Schefter said, but it's up to him where he goes.
So, are you?
If you're
all right,
being realistic, though, he's not going to. If he goes to the Jets, they're not ready for that caliber of receiver on the field.
I agree. That's what I said. He's just going to,
I don't know,
Gonna
man.
waste
I mean,
away
if,
in the
if I'm
Jets.
Zach Wilson, I'm chomping at the
and
bit
he's going
right
to be
now.
31, and he's going to be 31, and he's going to leave. Or
Right,
they're not
and you're going to
gonna
waste what?
restructure
The
him.
first and a second round pick to bring the guy in?
Yeah,
That's true.
I guess that's where we're
That's
at.
To
very
be
true.
bad still. Like you're better off keeping those draft picks and building through the draft.
Right.
And if they
I
don't
love
do
the
that,
way-
that'll be the reason why the Jets are in the same position they're in 5 years.
Dude, the formula that Joe Douglas has right now, starting young, keeping his draft picks, getting the capital with all them, and let these other guys walk if they don't want to be there. But I like
Sounds like
the
the
young
Knicks.
talent they have.
Sounds
What?
like the New York. It sounds like the New York Knicks.
Except the Knicks suck. And listen, don't bring Zion to New York. Anybody that thinks he should come to New York, you need to stop because they didn't even win at Duke when they were there together, him and RJ. So they won't win at the pro level.
Very true. Too
All
many,
right.
too many
I like it.
24-hour buffets.
I like it. You got anything else, Chris, or are you going to go back to protecting and serving?
I mean, I got like 6 minutes left on my meal, so
Hey, listen, seriously, stay safe out there, though. For real.
I'm not doing nothing. I sit behind a desk and I press a button for people to go in and out with their cars.
He's got to have a bacchiotomy.
I do. Listen, I'm out right now with a fractured vertebrae.
But you're on the streets patrolling.
Bro, I'm going to go to PT like 6 times a week, so I'm ready for dodgeball.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's ready for dodgeball, ladies and
Have
Yeah,
you
there
gentlemen.
we go, baby.
I like it. I like
Bro,
it.
serious.
Have you ever hit a
Custom-made
home run?
headbands, knee pads. Let's do it.
Have you ever hit the ball over the fence?
Honestly, I'm in your category, bro. WTP.
Whoa.
Morning
My
track
dad
power
hates
for the
me.
win, bro.
Nice.
Your
My-
dad hates
I'll
you.
steal
My
mad
father coached
bases, though.
softball. My father coached Division I softball for 25 years. Coached with the U.S. Olympic team one time as like a guest coach.
Are
And-
you afraid of the ocean?
Yes, I hate
I
sharks.
too am afraid of the ocean.
What is this?
Dude,
Terrified.
I had 2 anxiety attacks on my honeymoon.
Have you ever shot a
Did you guys just become best friends?
Have you ever shot a gun?
Obviously, a person.
Oh, damn it.
Hopeful.
I know that's why I said it.
What do you say?
He said, He goes, "Have you ever shot a gun?" He goes, "Obviously," but he goes, "A person, hopeful." one day, you too can use that pistol that you got.
I have not shot a gun. I'm just trying to bring up.
He's trying to bring up things that are
that
like
buck the trend of toxic masculinity to show that I'm
No.
not
Skydiving, I'll stay on the ground.
Yeah, I'm good. How about this? If anyone has ever died doing it ever, I'm not doing it.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
pretty much out of the cards now. I'm in my 40s in like 2 weeks, so life hits you hard. Harder than that perm that got my back.
By the way, he's in his 40s. He just had a glow Star Wars party in Madawan, and I was invited, and I couldn't make it because my daughter was
yeah, she had the sniffles. First kid ever to have the sniffles. I can't. My daughter's got a runny nose.
Listen, man,
Dave,
I was just doing it for you.
When you and Steph came up with that excuse, did you like look at her and be like, "He's not going to believe this," but whatever?
No, you know
They
what's
were
best?
like,
No, the best part is
Steph.
no,
Come on.
the best part is Payne. When I got a call from Nikos, he goes, "All right, stop with the quote sniffles." I was like, "What the fuck? I'm getting it from all ends over here."
That's because every person that's got a brain knows it's a bullshit excuse.
That's not a bullshit excuse.
It's like, "Oh, Steph, it's Friday. I'm tired. I was at the studio all day. Do I really want to go to a room that's got blue lights and glow sticks?"
Star Wars themed. Yeah, I'm totally. Sounds like a raging Friday night, Payne.
Bro, may the 40s be with you.
All right, man. Well, listen, we're gonna get to somebody else, bro. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk soon. You didn't even let him say goodbye. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Yo, look who it is.
What's going on? Yeah,
Bailey from downtown.
What's up, bro? Nice to meet you. My name is Baby
Hey,
Gap.
what's going
your
on?
name?
Hey.
Fucking douchebag.
So if anybody doesn't know Bailey, he's the one who deemed Chris Baby Gap, and it stuck, and now he's a Chop Sports legend. So
I'm just a purebred dog over here, man. No, I came on just to say one thing, since Gooch is the god of everything that's known to man. I have hit a home run, Gooch.
Yeah, Bailey.
I have hit a home run.
I hit one too.
Only-
It was inside the Parker. The third baseman missed the throw, and it was that's an error. God damn it.
I've only done it once. My team was actually trash, and my buddy was pitching to me from the other team, and I went yard on him. We still lost. But,
Did you do a bat flip though?
did you flip the bat?
oh, it was the meanest bat flip you've ever seen in your life.
I love it.
I love
it.
this guy.
That's
But do
amazing,
you
bro.
play
What a
tennis,
call.
bro?
What a so when you get
Play
over to
tennis,
Jersey,
bro?
you're also going to play Gooch in tennis.
No, I'll play Gooch in tennis, football. I'll moss Gooch. I'll play him in dodgeball.
gonna
It is
moss
what it
you.
is.
Do it.
He's gonna
Yeah,
moss you, he
yeah,
said.
Stop.
Woo-wee.
See, now we're talking way different. Nobody's fucking
we
mossing.
can ask Scoop Espo, if you haven't seen this already, Bailey, do yourself a favor. When you're on our YouTube channel, obviously we have 1 million like live streams and live videos. Scroll down a little bit. There is a video of Gooch and Scoop one-on-one in football. We filmed it. It was horrific. You got to go check it out.
French fucking
All right.
toast.
It's the best.
French
It's the best.
toast. That's Scoop's introduction into Chop Sports, honestly. I
Thank
give him
you
credit.
so much for calling in, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Have a good one.
Make it a regular thing, man.
All right.
All right, later.
Scoop says there's a lot of problems on that day, on that
Uh-huh.
football day.
Yeah, well,
okay.
first one being that he's fat. That's problem number
Bad
one.
shoes. I was winded, and he said he thinks he had a torn ACL.
But he hasn't had surgery, so he would still have.
Wait a minute.
ACL.
Torn ACL? That's such bullshit. There's no way that he had a torn ACL.
I
Zero
think he's
chance.
making fun of you
What?
with the ACL thing.
Nobody? No. What? How? No. He's telling us that he had a bad ACL. That's not true at all. Oh, boy. Anyway. So those were 2 callers. So I think, like I said, this is an aspect to the show we want to add to the show. You guys come on, jump on with us, and we'll have some fun. So we'll call it quits for the day today. We got a jam-packed show tomorrow. We have I'm fat. He's right. that's
Very rarely wrong. Steve.
Yeah. So anyway, so we have a jam-packed show tomorrow because we will have the Toast joining us to talk all things both baseball, fantasy baseball, also the NCAA tournament resumes, which, by the way, Barstool Rutgers is in fully now endorsed St. Peter's. So a lot of people are basically taking them as their team.
Yeah.
So
did
people are
Buffalo
behind St. Peter's. I
Buffalo
think
Wild Wings
Rutgers.
just signed the NIL deal with
They-
Craig or
they,
Doug.
I think they play Friday.
Who?
They
St.
do play
Peter's.
Friday.
St.
It's
Peter's is
against Purdue.
Friday, right? Okay. Yeah, I know they're
It's
playing.
in
I just,
Philly.
I almost just
it's in Philly.
Yes,
So
that's like
it's
a home
close.
game for St. Peter's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All
all
right.
13 fans could make it.
Yes.
Like that's
Might
not
be a
going to
thing.
matter. Like there isn't many St. Peter's fans, so.
All right. Well, I'm rooting for
But
it.
everyone's a St. Peter's fan now.
Hey, Rutgers beat Purdue.
So, guys, be sure to check out the entire podcast network. Brand new episodes are available right now. The goddamn Jets just released today. Obviously, the Jimmy Palumbo show released yesterday. I'm sorry, the goddamn Jets was today.
Oh, Fusco's a peacock.
No way. How you like that?
Nice.
So, Mike Fusco of Fusco Insurance Agency, our newest sponsor, is a peacock, and he is a former St. Peter's stud. I love it. I love it. I mean, this is why you land certain people like this. You just know they have a winning mentality, and you're coming with us. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Lots of TDs, Chris. And he might be catching up, but
And we got Jimmy talking shit about how my athletic ability 15 years ago, this guy's posting a softball video a day, right? And he's stuck in the mud. He thinks he's a better outfielder than me. He can't even fucking tie his own shoes. Now we're talking shit about me and my
you guys
athletic
got
ability.
any Tums?
And this is according to the videos. He's like,
His dad, too. Wow. Fusco's got a lineage of St. Peter's.
I'm gonna get
Love
a
it.
text from Jimmy in 10 minutes. Like, we talking shit, bro.
Oh, bro, come on.
Talking shit,
I'm
bro.
a peacock. You got to let me fly. Perfect. I love that. Great movie. Probably can't name that movie, right, Gooch?
Don't want no.
Wow.
Is it
Oh.
Dumbo?
No.
Is it a
Oh.
Disney movie? The fuck?
No, man. It's the other guys. Mark
Oh, it's
Wahlberg
so
and
good.
Yeah, he's. I want to watch
Farrell.
a movie that's in Boston, or I don't like any Boston actors. Mark Wahlberg, come on, bro.
you
Ben
don't like
Affleck.
Mark
I
Wahlberg?
like Matt Damon a little bit, but
You
I'm
don't
not-
like Mark
I think it was
Wahlberg?
in New York, the movie.
Is that like a
right?
requirement to like
love
Mark
me some
Wahlberg?
Mark
No, I
I
just
think it's like
he's like a
yeah,
badass dude.
like-
Like
he's
he's like a
like the-
dude's dude. He's like an Aaron Rodgers.
Have
He's
you
like
ever
a
seen the
dude's
movie, though?
dude.
The other guys?
He is definitely
It's really
not
good.
like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
jeez.
Aaron Rodgers is better.
I mean, I like Aaron
I
Rodgers.
love
And I
Aaron
hate Marky
Rodgers.
Mark.
Jimmy's saying he's better in softball and tennis, by the way. So he's coming in there. So Jimmy, I know technology is not always your strong suit.
Jimmy
but
is not better than me at
you could
tennis.
definitely call in one day and
He's-
debate this.
He might have been better when he was 40, but he's now not 40.
He is aging Jimmy Palumbo getting
Well,
involved
the
here.
beauty of this is content. Jimmy, if you want to come get your ass kicked in tennis, I'm happy to do it. Bro.
Okay.
Like we could
All
do
right.
this anytime. It's not pickleball, bro. This is
Oh
tennis.
God, Payne, you're like, well, since when you were like, Payne's back in the comments. Wahlberg, another criminal in his youth.
Spoken like a
cares?
true cop.
He's a fucking underwear model before, and that's another quote that I said before. Just let me in the fucking house. Ain't that movie? Anyone?
Sinbad. What was the
No, it's another Wahlberg movie. It was one of his first ones. It was Fear. You ever see Fear?
So
Nah.
Scoop has a question.
Oh, here we go. Do you think a team gets more for Hill than Adams in a trade
Seems
right
to
now?
be like it's going to be the same because they're seeing a 1 and a 2. It depends what team goes. If it's
If I'm
either of
the
those
Jets,
two
man, I'm
teams,
pulling that
if it's
trigger.
either of the two
Sorry.
teams that they're talking about now, then it will be it'll be better because the first and the second from the Jets or the Dolphins is better than the first and second that the Raiders just gave up for Adams.
listen.
The Jets
if-
could give them there's
I know.
not 2 early top 10 picks. Give
If
them
they give up
your
one of those
first-
picks, if one of those picks are in the deal, then the Jets are
No. But I'm going to argue that point. I'm going to argue that point real quick before we get out of here. Is because look, are any of the receivers in the draft right now better than Tyreek Hill?
I think that by the third year, and Tyreek Hill's now 31 and getting paid triple, if not quadruple.
I'm not
quintuple the
asking
money.
You
about-
keep
I'm not-
saying
No.
that though, but like football is what's
but
the
that
next year. Look what the
matters.
Bengals just did
Right.
in 1 year.
Yeah, and tell me who's their highest paid wide receiver is.
Probably Tyler Boyd.
It probably is Tyler Boyd.
right.
Right?
I would
So
assume.
now let's look back at history, and you tell me that how many NFL teams have been successful as a team with a wide receiver being a top 5 paid player on it? Not many. It's all first contract. Jamar Chase, yeah, rookie deal, right? Look back at history. I'm not just saying
No,
this.
I don't know.
like,
I'm
It's a
The
fact.
other one too, they drafted 2 years ago.
It's a fact. You don't want to pay this guy
Can't come
all
over
like you got the entire payroll is going to be going to Tyreek Hill. The Jets are in a good position financially right now. And they have good draft capital. If they trade for Tyreek Hill, they'll ruin 2 of those things. They will have no, and they'll maybe be
I
a little
understand
bit
that.
better,
I get that.
but still not a playoff.
But as a Jet fan, we have nobody to pay right now at all, dude. Nobody except for maybe Quentin Williams is the only guy
Yeah.
they might have to give money to right now.
and eventually
So
you'll
why-
have to pay Zach Wilson.
You're gonna have to pay
but
Zach
I'm
Wilson,
talking
you're
about we have a lot of money right now.
Yeah.
Why not, dude?
But here's why. Because they have a lot of money right now. Don't go after Tyreek Hill now. Wait a year or 2, and when you're a piece away, then you go after that piece. But you don't get the piece now. It's literally building backwards. You got all this draft capital, build through the draft. build through the draft. That's my
We have
main
not been
thing.
to
You
the
gotta
playoffs
build
in like
through the draft.
14 years.
Now listen, I'll pose this question to you right
Because
now.
they always sign big free
But I'll
agents for no
pose this
reason.
question to you right now. If you're the Packers, right? If you're the Packers and now you have 2 first-round picks, right? Would you give one of those up straight up for Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, because the Packers
But
are
why are you doing that?
because
And
the
not the
Packers
Jets.
because the Packers aren't picking in the top 10 every year. They have Aaron Rodgers. They're an established team. You saw the odds in the Super Bowl. They're 4th in the league. So you go after the guy that maybe puts you over the hump. You don't go after the guy that puts you in outside the top 10 in drafting, but still 12th.
I think
Okay.
that's 2 different situations as well.
That's just how I wouldn't do it. If I'm the Jets, I wouldn't do it. I would definitely drive the price up on Miami, though. No doubt.
All right. We shall
No doubt.
see, ladies and gentlemen. That will probably play out as soon as we freaking close, by the way. As soon as
And
we
Tyreek
close,
Hill in Miami,
you know what's
he's
going to
get
happen.
arrested in a week anyway.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, yeah, you can join his boy Masvidal. So anyway, this has been another episode of the Chop Sports Daily. We thank you guys for joining us. We thank Chris Payne. We thank Bailey for calling in. Thank the callers in general. That'll happen eventually. I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer around these parts. So for Sturch and Gooch, and of course, Dina, thank you so much for screening those 2 badass calls. I mean, that was very it was risky
I feel
stuff.
very accomplished.
Risky stuff. And of course, Wrestling Rob in the building. And of course, tomorrow, Toast will be in here talking all things MLB and NCAA tournament. So until then, see you guys tomorrow.
Had to rip the label off